Today I'm going to show you how to wash a coat inside of a washing machine. All right, so occasionally you will have to wash your coat inside of a washing machine. I'm going to show you, I'm going to go through this process for you. Now you'll want to have a front loading washing machine, which I have, but if you don't have a front washing machine, you may get away with using it in a top loading washing machine, but you might want to check them with the manufacturer and the coat before you do so to make sure your coat stays intact and that it can be washed thoroughly. But we're going to be using a front loading wash machine, and that is what I always encourage to use when washing a coat. All right, now before we get started, if you find my video helpful, could you give me a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel? I'll appreciate it tremendously. All right, so I have this front loading wash machine open, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some detergent. All right, so I have some detergent and I'm going to add it to the washing machine. I always recommend, if you're washing a coat, use maybe perhaps a powder or liquid which you pour inside of the compartment, because you're able to measure it, because sometimes you have coats that you can only wash the particular coat by itself inside of the washing machine, and you don't want a lot of soap when doing it. So I have my coat right here, and what I like to do is I take my coat and I flip it inside out, so the parts that need washing the most get washed or rubbed up against inside of the washing machine the most. And for this, it's always the pits, always anything that touches the skin. I want it to be washed thoroughly, so I put my coat inside out. That's the one. But your coat manufacturer may have a different recommendation. Always listen to what your coat manufacturer says. Now, the second thing you want to do is you want to come on your coat and you'll want to find where it talks about how to wash your coat. And you'll want to read that, because there are usually some specific instructions for your particular coat on how to wash. Generally speaking, it's usually cold water, perhaps, and then wash it by yourself. Or sometimes it may say you need to use a particular type of detergent. All right. So after you read that, you go ahead and place your coat inside of the wash. I generally put my coat in by itself. I open up my zipper because the manufacturer recommends that I have my zippers open. I already added the detergent. And then I wash my coat usually in cold water. So I go ahead and close this. And then I wash my coat in cold water. Because this is a winter coat, I keep it on normal. Some people may choose to do delicate because of their coat. I do it as that. So what I do is I go ahead and select my temperature. Sometimes, depending on the coat, I will do a cold wash. And then, or I will do a warm wash with a cold rinse instead of the cold wash with a cold rinse. I'll do that. And warm with a cold rinse, or the warm with warm rinse. I will never do a hot with cold rinse ever. So that's not me. All right. So I'm going to do the warm with warm rinse. And then I select the spin. For this one, I'm going to do high, but some people with delicate coats, they may go ahead and do something low. All right. Some people may do heavy soil stained coats. I, however, am not going to do that. I have extra rinse, extra spin, so I can rinse it out pretty well, and then I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And then once you add all of these selections that you want to make, depending on what your coat manufacturer says, how to wash your coat, you come over here and you press start to get your clothes washed. I hope this video was helpful. Thanks a lot for watching.